Guys, welcome back to another week of Duffs to Darts. I am Ed. As you guys know, every week I do these kind of check-ins to kind of keep myself on track as I try to go from a mid-range handicap down to, well, as low as I can possibly get. This year is to basically get sub 10 for my index. Originally the first year of Duffs to Darts 2 years ago when I started this, I was a plus 20 handicap. I didn't have like a set number, but I was over 20. I was hitting, you know, in the hundreds and 9 holes, it was just a disaster. And I dedicated, you know, an entire season to working on my game in my own time, pretty much every single day, from January to the end of October that year, and I was able to get down to about a 12 to a 14. Last year I didn't do Duffs to Darts. That was in 2020. 2020, as we all know, was a disaster. But you know, we had things going. So no, Duffs to Darts is back. So we know where we're at. So if you guys are, you know, first time here with Duffs to Darts, now you know. But let's get into this last week in golf, and boy, what a week it was! So super busy. Super duper busy week in golf. So first of all, first thing I need to touch on is I just got in the NeuroPutt from, well, NeuroPutt. I reached out to them, let them know that, you know, your product, it intrigues me. I'm curious to see how it works. As you guys know, I've used other putting aids in the past, and I wanted to, you know, work on my putting because it hasn't been there. As good as my putting got when Duffs to Darts started, when I was putting every single day, it really fell off last year. I wasn't practicing as much, and I just wasn't really getting it done like I wanted to. And that's kind of was always the strength of my game, was putting, and it really wasn't there last year, and this year it hasn't been there either. So I reached out to NeuroPutt and let them know I'd love to try out your product, and I'd love to, you know, do a review on it and whatnot, so my followers, you guys, fellow Duffs to Darters, can kind of see how it works. So that just came in. I unboxed that earlier this week. Started using it a little bit in the bedroom, using my SharperGolf putting mat. And as you guys know, every week of Duffs to Darts is presented by SharperGolf. They give me the tools to sharpen my game. You guys can look them up. They give you the tools to sharpen your game. It's getting nice outside. If you have a backyard space where you want to practice your game, check out the driving range in a box kit. Everything you guys need to be able to, you know, hit balls off a mat. If you've got a garage, which I do, which is where my lab is set up, it works great in there. So check it out. Link is below from that. But the great thing with the SharperGolf putting mat is that this NeuroPutt, there's 2 versions of it. There is a executive version, which is indoors, and then there is like the on the course one that fits over the cup. I haven't had a chance to work the one that's in the cup yet, but I have gotten to use the one that goes in the putting mat, and it sticks the way it's supposed to my SharperGolf mat. It does not move. The cool thing with this is that you guys know the gate drill. You guys have seen a lot of people do it before golf tournaments, where they take the 2 tees and they stick it in front of the hole, so you have to, you know, go between the 2 stakes, so that way you're hitting the center of the hole. This basically is that over and over and over again, but on steroids. So you put the little bumpers on there, and there's like no bumpers at all, which is like super novice beginner, and then there's, I think, orange, green, and blue, maybe. I forget the colors offhand, but there's I'll put a little image up here of what the things are. And as you go up in levels, that target gets smaller and smaller, so that way you're focusing neurologically, looking at it, and you're getting yourself to putt and get through that gate, so that way you're hitting the center of the hole. I was using that all week, leading into the weekend, where I went and visited my sister-in-law and her boyfriend at their apartment down in Downers Grove, Illinois. Crappy, rainy day. We're in the apartment, and you know, I needed to kind of get out for a little bit to kind of just, you know, after sitting there, wanted to go do something. So there was a PGA Tour Superstore just down the road at Downers Grove location. So I went over there to kind of see if I could mess around, hit some balls or whatnot. No shot of that happening, because that place was packed. There was probably 70 people in there, maybe 5 parking spaces when I got in there. So all I could really do was putt. So I went around the putting green, messed with some putters. Not really getting a lot of success with a lot of them, except for the spider putter, which I've always kind of done pretty well with. And we're going to talk about that in a second. We're gonna get there. So I was, messing around with putting for a little bit, walked around the store, and then I found what I am going to be obsessed with until I end up getting one, because I will get one of these, is this Disney Mickey Mouse bag. If you guys know, you can see right now, first of all, I'm wearing the Mickey golf hat. Got that when I played golf in Disney, but for me in this house, I think even up here there's some Disney. We do Disney. That's my favorite place in the world. I love Disney World. I love Mickey Mouse. Oh boy! And I saw this Mickey Mouse bag and I gotta have it. And if I didn't just buy a water heater, which is on the other side of that door, this week, and had my whole water heater replaced, that bag would have come home. But fiscally responsible, spent a lot of money on a new water heater, getting that installed and whatnot. So it wasn't in the cards for now, but though that will be in this house at some point. I'll give it an unboxing or unveiling when I do it, whenever I get it. You guys got to see this thing. A couple pictures I've just put up, but it's sharp. So yeah, couldn't hit any balls, so that day was kind of limited on practice, just some putting. That took me into Sunday, which was Masters Sunday. As you guys know, last week I said that Jordan was going to win. He had a shot all weekend. He was getting close, but Matsuyama played so well, got himself such a big lead, luckily, because he hit that one ball in the water and missed a putt on 18, so luckily he ended up winning by one stroke, but super happy for him and all the folks over in Japan, because he's like their first major champion. And so I was watching that on Sunday evening, but before that, I played some golf. I promised you I was going to go play. So I met up with this guy, Rizzo Golf, who's I met him up on Instagram. He lives out in like the Lakeshore, Lake Forest area, and he's starting up his channel, kind of doing stuff. So we've talked to him. Let's go play. So let's go shoot a vlog together. So we went out to Countryside golf course. It's in Mundelein, Illinois. And we played there. No warm-up shots on the greens, or no practice putting, no hits on the range. It was a little chilly when we first started, so went out completely cold, and I shot the vlog there. Front nine, playing with the older TP5, 0 lost balls, kept the ball in play in pretty much every shot. Got lucky a couple of times, not gonna lie, but we hit some decent shots. Topping the ball with the driver is basically not a thing anymore. The hook is gone. We've eliminated the hook, working on that thing where I was kind of setting up a little bit more towards the toe of my driver, and then, it's, the little, I think it's called the gear effect. Michael Verska, if you're watching, you can correct me on that. I think it's the gear effect, where you hit it and the club technology like turns it into where it should. I don't know, I'm not a fitter, guys. I don't pretend to know that, but it's been working out well for me. So hitting some drives, hit some decent tee shots. I think 276 or so was my longest drive of the day, and that's still with cold weather, some wind, no roll because everything's wet. So super happy about that. Was not happy with putting. I putted like hot garbage. It's not setting up for me, and as much as I've enjoyed the look and the feel of the Cleveland putter I've been playing with for the last season, it's just not right for me. It's not fit to me. I've still never been fit for a putter. That'll happen at some point. I promise you guys. I'll go on one of those and I'll show you what happens when I do one, so you can see how it goes. But I've had so much success with the Tour Edge HP series. The red Spider knockoff was $60, and I think you can still get it for $60. And this putter, it suits my eye. It fits in my hand well. I love the way it feels when I putt. So I put that back in my bag Sunday night. So the Cleveland's out. The Tour Edge is back in. Today, I'm recording this on Monday. I did round 2 of the ball fitting. You guys saw that already. Round 2 of the ball fitting. I'm not going to tell you how that went. I'm not going to tell you how the putter went. I'm not going to tell you if there was a difference or not, because that's going to be on next week's Duffs To Darts. I'm talking about last week right now, Duffs To Darts. This is a new week. I can't tell you how that went. So we'll talk about that round next week. But what else do we talk about this week with golf? Hitting wedges and stuff in the SharperGolf golf lab. That's about it. So this week's plan is to continue working on some chipping in the basement. Need to keep working on that. Keep putting with the NeuroPutt on my mat. and continue to work irons in the lab as much as I can. Weather permitting, if I can, I'm going to try to get to Pro Circle. It's my favorite driving range. It's right where my son and my daughter have Wednesday night classes. They've got stuff going on. So I should have a good 45 minutes or so to go practice some putting, weather permitting. So we'll see how that goes. Might have my lovely, amazing, supportive wife upstairs drop me off, so that way I can take that Nura-Putt, the one that fits inside the cup, and just a putter, and go to the practice green and put in some work for about 45 minutes or so to kind of keep working on some putting. But that's the goals for this week. This coming weekend, got stuff going on. Don't know if we're going to be able to get out at all, but we'll try. Maybe we can squeeze in a 9 holes at some point. That's the goal. If we do 9 holes, it's probably going to be at Boone. Easiest place to get in. That's where I was at today. But you're not going to know what happened unless you follow the Instagram, then you've seen some stuff. That's a little hint. Follow the Instagram. You saw a little pop up in the beginning of the video. Follow that. You'll see stuff. You get a little sneak peek to what happened today. But I think that's it. That's kind of all she wrote for today. All she wrote for last week's Duffs to Darts. A lot of progress being made. A lot of things to be excited about. We're done with snow for the year. I can promise you that's not going to happen anymore. So yeah. Hopefully you guys continue to work on your game as I'm working on my game. As always, guys, keep grinding.